Howdy Compo Crew. In this video, we're going to be talking all about composting toilets and toilet paper. We're going to be talking all about how many plies, how soft, where's it from, what's it made of, and where do you put it when you're on the road. So stay tuned. Do composting toilets require a particular toilet tissue? Technically speaking, no, you don't need specific toilet tissue, but if you're looking for a more sustainably made paper that breaks down a bit quicker and has fewer chemicals, then you need to do a bit of digging. All I can do is think of someone digging in their compost toilet. Yuck. Now, traditional toilet paper uses tree pulp from virgin softwood and a bit of hardwood trees, plus some water at a ratio of about 95% and about 0.5% wood. This process, they also introduce chemicals for extracting fibres, including bleach, to whiten plies, usually chlorine. The paper is compostable and can take quite a while to break down. Now, recycled toilet paper is more sustainably manufactured using waste paper instead of virgin materials, usually things like newspapers, not recycled toilet tissue, which is what I thought of when I was a kid. The most sustainable are actually slightly off-white because they require less bleach to re-whiten the plies. Now, apparently, according to Tree Hugger, bamboo options are better still because they use 30% less water in manufacture. As a naturally strong fibre, bamboo needs no additional chemical help to make the paper more tensile, antimicrobial or absorbent. Bamboo TP also breaks down quickly, especially in contact with water, which is why they're considered septic safe. While there's less moisture in composting toilets and compost piles, the decomposition is still much quicker with bamboo toilet paper than traditional toilet paper. So what toilet paper is best for composting toilets? Hopefully, you're already considering something more sustainable and compostable. One thing to look for is an FSC or SFI logo on the packaging, a certification identifying forest management standards. This will ensure that the wood or bamboo making your toilet paper comes from a sustainable source. FSC packaging is a certification identifying forest management standards to ensure your toilet paper avoids rapid invasion or deforestation. This is currently a big problem for some bamboo sources as it's a very invasive species. TPs that are too thick or quilted may not break down as quickly as those with just 1 or 2 plies. It's not so much of a problem if you're dumping your solids in a bin, but something to consider if you aim to compost your solids when you get home in your garden. And once you've considered the toilet paper, you'll also want to consider storage and storing. That will be particularly important for our van life and tiny home community. Hello guys, where space is minimal and therefore shop options are limited. You'll need to decide based on what you can really get hold of easily. Can you throw toilet paper in a composting toilet? Yes, in most cases. This only becomes a consideration when you have an agitator built into your portable compost toilet. Cuddy has one, and the purpose is to help you kickstart the composting process on the road. It's great for long trips and van life solutions. However, if you have an agitator, we strongly recommend putting your toilet paper in a separate bin beside your toilet to save it wrapping around the agitator. If you have a Cuddy Light without the agitator or any other agitatorless composting toilet, feel free to put your toilet paper in the solids bin, but beware, it will fill more quickly and that will mean more trips to empty it. Is dirty toilet paper compostable? Yes, dirty toilet paper is compostable, same as the poo that it's dirtied with. As long as it is not contaminated with harmful chemicals or substances, it is perfectly fine to put in your composting system. Where do you put your paper in a composting toilet? Well, you put it in your composting toilet the same place as you put your poo, in the solid chamber or the composting chamber. The paper will decompose with the rest of the organic matter over time. If you'd rather leave the toilet paper out to ensure your composting waste is entirely contaminant-free, or if your toilet has an agitator, use a biodegradable bag in another bin and empty it regularly or burn it on your campfire. How long does it take toilet paper to compost? This really depends on the type of toilet paper you have and the composting conditions. Typically, wood pulp toilet paper takes the longest to compost, with bamboo toilet tissue much quicker. However, it may be one of the slowest things to break down in your compost pile, which kind of weirds me out because you can still see the toilet paper in amongst the rest of the compost after quite a while. You can do several things to help your composting materials decompose quickly. Agitate or turn your waste regularly, make sure the moisture balance is right, and check that the ambient temperature is not too cold, causing the composting process to slow down. Avoid using too much TP with each visit. Can you use paper towels as toilet paper in a composting loo? It is perfectly possible, but it isn't our advice. If you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and the only thing they've got is kitchen roll because the last guy bought the toilet paper, it's totally cool. It'll just have to do. Paper towels aren't designed to decompose like toilet paper, so over time they'll cause capacity issues and clumping at the very least. That's before they get stuck around your agitator. But in a pinch, it'll do. However, if your composting toilet doesn't have an agitator and uses a compostable bag instead, you can get away with using the odd paper towel. Can I use wet wipes in my compost toilet? No. Wet and baby wipes are loaded with chemicals that will kill your composting microbes. They will also have synthetic fibers which you don't want making their way into the cells of your growing plants. You shouldn't flush them down regular toilets either. The only place for them is in the bin. Can you put toilet paper's cardboard tube in a composting toilet? Placing the cardboard tube from your toilet roll into a composting toilet is a great idea. Compost loves carbon, so go ahead and get the cardboard tube in. However, if you have a portable option, then always consider capacity. Cardboard toilet tubes are quite widely recyclable and could easily be disposed of at a recycling point, giving you more room in your loo for when you need to go. The other thing you could do with these fantastic little cardboard tubes, if you have a garden, is to use them for seedlings. This cuts down on purchasing manufactured containers, and they're actually a great way to put extra carbon into your soil.